Oh, and welcome back to Thundering Rebuilds. Now, I know it's been long, but I'm back and I do apologize. I've just been busy with life. Now, we got more parts for the 240. I did get her running good, but I did that off camera. Didn't really get to show y'all, but I did get her running good, but then I found out that she overheats, that the thermostat doesn't seem to work. So I got a new Nismo thermostat, and then I got a new water pump. And then I also got new brakes and rotors for the rear, because we've been needing those. So we got those now. Thankfully the car engine seems to be fine, so it wasn't too bad, but we're gonna have to take this off, drain all the coolant, and then replace the thermostat, and then hopefully that'll resolve that issue, and then we can move on and start doing the brakes. So yeah, we need some 10 or 12 mils, so I'll get that and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, we got the 10 millimeter. There's two bolts up on top and then one down below. Right, well, no, camera can't capture, I can't get an angle. One below, so I'm gonna take those off and then, well, I should probably drain the coolant first, so let's see. Yeah, that space is minimal. Yeah, let me try to figure something out. Alright, so I'm gonna take off the intake so that I can fit this into like right there, and then when whatever coolant is in this hose, it'll just all leak out into the bucket, and that's it. And then I can change the thermostat out and we can try the car, see if it will overheat. But then first we'll probably try and change out the brakes, so then I don't have to worry about that, and then we'll take it for a drive, test drive, not too far, see if it overheats or not. If it doesn't, we're good. If it overheats again, then I'm gonna have to replace the water pump. As of now though, I do not want to replace it. That is a lot of work, especially if it's unnecessary work, so I'm gonna avoid that if I can. Now, to take off the intake, I'm just gonna unbolt this screw right here, unscrew it, and I should be able to just pull it off. There we go. And that should give us, yep, just enough access. Let's put this thing down in there. Now we can unscrew this. Yep, that's a screwdriver that just fell. Not the 10 mil though, so we're good. This thing's still tight. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, that was all useless. It just fell. Yeah, that's why you jack the car up and put that thing on the ground in the first place, but I'm too lazy, so don't be like me. Jack the car up, put whatever container you're using on the ground, not on the car, it'll fall. Now, we do have the hose off, which is good. Now for the 10 mils to come off. Okay, well, that happened. I am going to get back to you when I take off the 10 mils with my hand, because I need both hands for this, preferably, or else that might happen again. So yeah, all right, we got the 3 bolts off. Now to pull off this thing, wow, this is stuck on there. There we go. Whew, wait, that thing was on there. I think I might be able to see why the thermostat failed. It looks like it's kind of clogged. I don't know, maybe. In any case, I'm gonna make it work now. Now I gotta clean all that up, that gunk out. Yeah, I'm gonna do this by hand off camera because it's gonna be some tedious work. Alright, I have gotten it cleaned out. Yes, this is the same assembly. I really cleaned it out. Took me some time. That over there is also cleaned out. I'd say pretty good. Now, here's the new thermostat. I got a Nissan one, so it will open up at a lower temperature than usual. Here it is. Should be a direct fit. Yep, fits in pretty snug. I think it will do good. It's on now for us to pour in coolant and bleed it. So let me find a filler neck and then we can start pouring in the coolant. Time to let the coolant in. I will let I'm gonna unscrew this bolt right here to let the all air get out as we're pouring in coolant, so then we don't have any air in the system. In the coolant goes. We have water squirting out of there, so that's good. We still may have some air, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna pour in a bit more coolant. I think we're good because it's pouring out from there. Oh, nope, we got air in here, air in these hoses. So here's what I'm gonna do. Put this bolt on a bit and then squeeze that hose and get the air to come out through here. There we go. Pour in some more. Do the same process. And I think the system is bled, so screw this bolt in all the way, put the cap, clean up whatever coolant spilled, and then let's start the car. Alright, well, I got everything buttoned up, so let's start her now. Let's see how she'll run, if she'll overheat or not. Alright. She running now to see if she's gonna overheat or not. RPMs might be a bit low, but oh well. Nothing we can do right as of now about it, other than rev it a bit. Everything seems to be performing good for now. Now that hissing you're hearing, that's the compressor, AC compressor, because it's not connected. But she seems to be running good. I reckon we take her around for a ride around the subdivision and then see how the temperatures are gonna be. Okay, as you can see, the temperature gauge seems to be working. So I think we have fixed the problem. I mean, we'll have to see. I'm not sure if the engine is supposed to sound like this. Sounds like it might be a bit unhappy. Okay, well now we have some kind of issue here, because temperature was saying they were good, but it just started spraying. You can hear it. Maybe that's the air. It's unhappy. Maybe we still had some air in the system. I don't know. But yeah, time to figure something out. So after some diagnostics off camera, I figured that we had some more air, and I added in some more coolant, took it for a drive again, and it is good now. It doesn't overheat or anything, so we have got the overheating issue fixed. At least that's what I think. I'll still need to drive it some more to confirm, but it seems as though the issue has been resolved, so that is very good news. Now I've also opened the sunroof to get to see what needs to get done. Cleaned up this side a bit. I need to clean up that side, the drain hole plug, whatever you want to call it. Now I do need sunroof trim, sunroof moldings to keep the water out. Alright, well, I got that side cleaned. Yeah, there you go. So now onto the next issue, which I realized I have. That is that the taillights don't really work. So whenever the headlights are on, none of the taillights work. And only the brake lights, only one of these works. And a few of these lights over here work. So we need to figure out what's wrong with all of this, why it doesn't work. For us to do that, we just open the trunk. Now this side, pop it over here, pull it out carefully, and there we go. We can check the lights, which honestly they don't look bad, but I'll have to see. Maybe they're fried. They look fine though. Then this side, yeah, that one's fried, you can see, but this one's fine. This is the one that works. So, yeah. Okay, I found one light that is supposedly good. I'm gonna try it. Put it in. Then turn on the lights. See if it shines. No, the battery is not dead. The light does not shine. Yeah. Let's see what maybe it's a burnt light, I don't know. In here, nothing as well. Just found these two. So let's try this again. Maybe it'll work better this time. Looks like it doesn't fit, not the right type. Or maybe I just need to use two hands. Turns out they do fit. I just needed to use two hands. Let's turn on the lights again. See if that fixed anything. It appears to not have fixed anything. Great. Okay, well, with the tail lights still not working, only the brake lights, step number 2 will be to check all the fuses, starting from under the driver's side. Let's see, we got all the fuses there and got a whole diagram here. I'm gonna check through it real quick. Okay. Looks like it might be blown. Found the ones we need, I think. I'm gonna check them real quick and then I'll get back to you guys. Pulled out the taillight fuse and would you look at that, it's burnt. So there's our culprit. We're gonna replace it and then hopefully the taillights will work. Got the new one over here, as you can see it's still connected, so that's how we know it's good. When that little wire in the middle gets burnt out, that means the fuse is burnt and it's no good. You need to replace it. So that's what we're doing, we're replacing this fuse. Right over there. Boom, it's in. Alright, now let's try the tail lights this time. And for the moment of truth, oh, I can't tell in the sunlight, but it looks like they're working, maybe. Alright, so the video cut out, but the tail lights do indeed work now. So that's a good plus. The hazards work. Yeah, I see this one also works. And so this issue has now been resolved. It was all on a burnt fuse. That's been fixed. We're good. The last issue for us to fix, major issue, is the brakes. You know, swap out the brakes and the rotors, and then technically we should be good. I mean, we do have the power steering leak, but we can drive without power steering for now, I guess. And then we need to get the AC done, and then the power steering as well. And then this thing will be more or less mechanically sorted. We can start going for cosmetic things.
Several days later.
Right now I have started working on getting the gauge cluster out because a bunch of lights are burnt out. We need to swap those out, make it all work, so in the night I can actually see whatever I need to see. So I need to take off this plastic cover trim piece, which is what I've started off camera. I need to take it off all the way, but for that I need two hands, so I'll see you when I get back. Okay, I have got the dash cluster cover off. It's over here. Now for us to take off the cluster itself, one bolt over there, one bolt over there. You can't really see it. There used to be a bolt there. I did not take it off. I don't know, previous owner did, maybe, I guess. And then technically it should come right out. So yeah, let's try this out. There we go, it's coming right out. I need two hands for this operation as well. But yeah, it will be out in just a bit. There we go, it's out basically. Alright, so after a lot of digging, going through the fuses, through the gauge cluster, I figured that the problem was with the switch itself, and I took it apart and I was right enough. As you can see, it is not holding on at all. These welds, or whatever you want to call them, they broke off, the solders. So I need to get that resoldered, and then hopefully it will work, and then hopefully the lights will work on a cluster, and then that issue will be fixed. Then we can move on to the brakes. So while I wait for the soldering gun to heat up so I can fix this piece, I'm gonna install the windshield wiper stalk. So What I've noticed is we do have some damage here, but I don't think it'll restrict us too much. I think we should still be able to install everything and make it work correctly. You just kind of shove this thing in there, I think. There we go. Now I'm just gonna bolt it on, screw it on, and then we're good. These two screws, one up here, one down there. Alright, screwed on, that bolt up there, and that one down there, and then even this thing lined up, so we're pretty much good. Wiper stalkings installed, although there's a bit of a height difference maybe. Well, I think I'm just tripping. But yeah, now for the soldering. Okay, we are now gonna do the brakes. Change out the brakes. We have to first jack up the car. Make sure you loosen the lug nuts just a little bit. And then then you jack up the car. We're gonna take the wheel off and start changing the brakes. Nuts are off. We just pull the whole wheel off. Carefully, there we go. Okay. There's our brake assembly that we're gonna have to take apart to be able to change out the rotors, as they're pretty bad. I don't know if y'all can tell, there's grooves in them now. Yeah, there we go. It's a decently good angle. So we have to replace them, replace the pads, and we're good. Alright, so what we need is we need to take off the bolts here, one nut here, one nut here, and the whole thing should just slide out. We can take out the pads and then I think the rotor as well. So let's do that. The bolts, or nuts rather, are 14 millimeter. Took the two bolts off, took this off. Here's the old brake pad, really bad, really worn out. So yeah, I'm gonna continue doing this and I'll see you when this thing is back on. Right, the brakes are on. I did not record because I'm running out of storage, but young Conap helped me out here, so I appreciate all the help he does. And off to the next set of brakes. Alright, so the brakes are now done. I've done that, and then I've also made the gauge cluster work. So we've finished that. And now we need to make the fuel gauge work, and then we need to fix any exhaust leaks, as we do have a few. The camera won't pick the exhaust up now, but we do have a few exhaust. Alright, so I did not record, but I actually started and have even primered the car a bit. It's going alright. This is like my second attempt ever at doing this stuff, so I'm still learning. Didn't really want to do it on camera, because if I messed up, that would have been bad. And well, as you can see, I kind of messed up here. I didn't sand it down all the way, so now I have to go and resand this whole line, because there was a line over here from the guy. He had some like rocker panels, and there was all of this kind of residue on that side, and I had to really sand all of that down. So I'm gonna have to keep doing that on the other side and do it on this side. Gonna keep doing that, and then I'll show you guys the finished result when I'm done primering both of these rocker panels. This is what it looks like now currently, though. Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it? Yeah, I'm doing the whole quarter. So we're gonna start from the top, move our way down, and hopefully this all goes well. Okay, it is now primered. Doesn't look too bad. I will need to sand some more and do another coat, but looks pretty good for second time of priming.